Happy Sunday. We're just going to do a quick little, I say 5 minutes, but I'm really bad with timing workouts or stretches or anything. So I say 5 minutes. It's going to be hopefully around there, but just a quick short stretch, post-travel stretch. So turn your music on if you like the ambiance of some mood music. Play whatever tunes you like, or if you want the pump up music. This is also great right before bed. Just a nice, chill, relaxed stretch after sitting. This is a really good stretch. So turn your watch on. You're going to pick a yoga. Look, my watch knows it goes right to yoga. I love it. Okay, and then we're going to start on your mat with my favorite, some cat cows. I'm Coach Jensen. If this is your first time, I am here to be your accountability partner. So we're going to just do a nice recovery stretch. Also, I'm super sore. I don't know how you guys are, but all day Saturday sore. Definitely feeling it hamstrings today. So this is really, really good. Ready? We're going to start cat-cow. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then you're going to drop your belly, look up, push away from the floor, breathe in. Then you're going to round out. Tuck everything. So tucking the hips underneath, pull the back up, push away from the floor, and breathe out all the way. And then you're just going to cycle with your breath. So drop belly, look up, breathe in, push away from the floor, and round out the back, breathe out, tucking the hips underneath, all the way out. And drop. Just cycling with your breath. Whatever feels good. So whether that's rocking forward and backward or moving your hips side to side, whatever feels good, stretching wise through the hips. You're just rolling out all the stiff kinks. Because typically traveling, you're just sitting either in a car or in a plane. And your body needs some movement, some stretching after to stay lubricated. So play around in this position, whatever feels good. If you find a spot that's kind of tight, hold it. Try to get deeper. And then keep breathing. Like to fill your lungs with some fresh air. Okay, then we're going to go into a downward dog. So you're going to go really, really big, wide hands. And you're going to pop your butt up into the air. And you're going to sink your head to the mat. And you're going to sink your heels down towards the floor. So if you want, you can kind of bend the knees if it's way too much in the hamstrings. Or you can straighten the legs to get more hamstrings behind the knee. But this purpose is to stretch through the shoulders as we drop our chest to the floor. We're going to feel that more. Stretch through the shoulders, but actively pushing away from the mat. So we're not here. We want to stay straight through the shoulders, pushing away. You can hold this for a second. Then always breathe, especially when it's painful. And then you can pedal out your calves, which means you're just alternating, lifting your heel up from each leg. So you're lifting a heel up while straightening one, and then straighten the opposite and lift the other. So essentially you're like walking, but keeping your toes glued to the mat. Okay, then we're going to come Cobra. So you're going to drop your hips. You can flip your toes, which means you point your toes so you're on the tops of your feet. And you're going to just let your hips sink. Keep your chest up. You're going to feel that in your low back. If it's too much in your low back, you can go to, it's like, what is this one? Sphinx, I think this one's called. Sphinx, you're on your elbows, just like a half cobra. So if your low back is too much stretch, what is that word? Too tight, too big of a stretch, painful, you can come to Sphinx, or you can come all the way up. But we're just trying to get our back loosen through the hips, the spine. And take some deep breaths. Okay, then you're going to pull back. So you're going to flip your toes again, and then you're going to pop your hips up into the air into downward dog again. So we're going to pedal out one more time, or you can just hold it. Think push away from the mat, sink your heels to the mat. And deep breaths, breathe. Especially when it's painful, it's good for you. Your body needs it, but in the moment it hurts. Stretching those hamstrings. Okay, then we're going to do pigeon pose next. So you're going to lift one leg up as high as you can get it. Single leg, whoosh, up as high as you can go. Then you're going to tuck your knee to your chest, and you're going to bring it between your hands, and you're going to bring your foot across just a little bit, and then you're going to sink down into it. So this is our pigeon pose. So from the front, looks like this. So you bring it all the way forward, the knees in between the hands, and we're just sinking into that position. So from the side, it's this way. You want to line up, and you can point this back. So you want to think lining up from your hip, your knee, and out your heel, so it's nice and straight. You're letting your hips drop. Your body might want to roll, like opening up that hip so you're not stretching. We want to avoid that. If this is too much, you can put like a pillow underneath your butt, or if you have a yoga block or a blanket, something, so you're a little bit higher like this, so it's not stretching as deep through like your hip flexor and through your glute. So once you're feeling good there, then you're just going to take your foot and you can come out a little bit. You're going to stretch. If I pull this out, foot straighter like that. You're going to feel that a little bit more around your glute, hip. So if I'm here, I don't feel as much of a stretch. If I lean away from that glute, deep stretch. Kind of feels like the piriformis, which is what gets super tight for me. Okay, then we're going to do that same thing on the other leg. So once you're feeling good, you're going to just push back up to push-up position, bring this leg out. You can go back to a downward dog position, dropping the heels, and then you're going to go other leg. So single leg downward dog, lift one opposite leg up as high as you can get it. And then you're going to tuck your knee to your chest, bring it through. Knee comes across, and then you're just sinking down in. Notice I flip my toe, so the back foot, top of the foot is touching the floor, and then your nice straight line, hip, knee, ankle, sitting in pigeon pose. So pigeon pose, you want to think like the front is the talons of the pigeon, the foot, and then this is the tail on the pigeon. Then once you're feeling good there, you're going to pull this foot and just pull it up a little bit more and then sink down into it. So you're going to feel that more around your hip. And then you can kind of lean away. You might get your piriformis a little bit deeper into the glute. So I'm leaning towards my foot. Tight through the hips. Okay, then we are back to push-up position here, but this time you're just gonna lower yourself down so you can either go slow, like a slow push-up, or just drop to the floor, however you want to do it. And then you're gonna go wide with your arms, and you're going to it's called a backward star stretch. So my hands are wide, and my right foot is gonna twist across to my left hand. So I'm reaching back, and I pop the back, reach as far back as you can with your foot, trying to get to your hand, and then you come back to center, and then you're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So I'm going left foot, reaching over to my right hand, so twist, opening up through the back, the hip flexor in the front, and then go back down. You're just gonna alternate, rolling side to side. So right foot to left hand, come back to center, left foot to right hand, stretching through the low back. You might pop the low back, but we're trying to stretch the hips, stretch the low back, switching, feeling good there. Okay, then we're going to do frog pose next. So you can kind of come up onto your elbows or coming up into a quadruped position. And then I'm going to go wide with my knees. So my ankles and my knees stay lined up. And then I'm just essentially doing the straddles. This one's the straddles in frog position. So if I can, I'm flexible enough, I could come down to my forearms, but from the front. So if I go quadruped position here, and then I open up through the knees like that. So I'm doing the straddles, like halvesy straddles, because my feet aren't out straight. So if it's like, oh, I'm super tight through my groin, my hips, my adductors, I could stay up on my hands. If I'm like, oh, I'm super flexible, that doesn't stretch, I could come down to my forearms, but we're just holding, opening up through the hips, and then breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. So this is our frog pose or frog stretch. And then you kind of could go forward, or you can go pull back a little bit. Okay, once you feel good in the frog pose, come back out of it, and then you're going to go child's pose. So you put your feet together, and you're going to go wide with your knees. So you're essentially sitting on your heel, or close as you can get to the heels with flexibility. And then you're going to walk your hands out into child's pose. So we're just sinking down deep. Reaching the hands out as far as you can get them. Sink your hips, but back towards your heels. Dropping the chest to the floor. And then just kind of let everything sink so the chest falls. Every time you're breathing out, you're trying to let everything relax. If you don't really feel a stretch here, you can come, it's called tenting the fingers. If you come up onto your fingers, so your fingers are tall, you're going to get a little bit deeper stretch through the shoulders and the chest. And from the front, it looks like this. Sit on your butt, or butt sits on your feet, knees are wide, and then you lock your hands out like flat. You can pop up the fingers. And then we're going to crawl over to one side with your hands, and you're going to feel a long stretch through your side. So you're going to feel that through the shoulders, through your lats. And then we do that same thing, but you're walking your hands to the other side, stretching through the shoulder and lat again. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Okay, I got 3 more stretches for you. So once you feel good there, come out of it, and you're going to lay on your side. So you're going to go on your side, bend your knees so they make a 90 degrees. And you're going to stack your hands on top of each other. You can rest however you want with your head, or you could put like your arm underneath your head if you need to. But you're going to take one hand, the top hand is going to open up, and you're going to twist all the way across, stretching through the pec, through the shoulder, and then you're going to close off. So too close to the wall. Okay, 90 degrees with the legs, hands stack on top of each other, and then you're going to open up, stretch through the pec, the shoulder, reach, get a good twist, and then close. When you close, you can reach forward. You're going to feel that through your scapula. It's called a protraction of the scapula. So you're reaching forward, protracting the scapula. The scapula is that bone in the upper back. And then you're going to open up, twist, stretch through the pec, shoulder on the top, and then go again, one more. So you can reach forward, protract the scapula, get right in the middle of your shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are your scapula bone. Stretch right through the middle of there, and then open up, stretch through the pec. And now we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So you're going to flip your feet the other way. So you think 90 degrees, and then you're laying on one side, and then we're going to stack our hands on top of each other, reach that top hand forward, and then you're going to open up, twist, reach back, stretching through the chest, pec, and then close, reach forward. This one isn't as tight through my scapula. Open up. Getting a good twist. Okay, protract the scapula, reach that top hand as far forward as you can. And then you're going to open up, twist. And close. One more time. Reach forward. And open up, twist. Okay, from here, you can just drop, open up both sides. Okay, so we're doing a star stretch. Same thing we did with our backward star stretch, but we're on our back this time. So we're just taking one leg, and we're reaching, we're going to swing it up to the opposite hand, stretch kind of through the hamstring, low back, swing it back down, and then we're going to switch sides. So I'm going left foot, trying to reach towards my right hand as I lay down, and then come back. My right foot reaches to my left hand, and I'm just alternating, swinging up, coming back down, twist, swing to the other side, stretch through the hamstring, low back, and you're just going to alternate, swinging, getting everything nice and loose. So we're twisting kind of through the back. I feel that a lot in my hamstring. You might feel it more through your back or your glutes. Depends on where you're tight. Oh. Okay. Then you're going to come to a seated position so you can tuck your knees to your chest and you can rock forward and backwards, rocking forward and backwards till you can rock all the way up. Then you come to a seated position. This is our last stretch. Whatever's comfortable here, if you want to go out straight or bent or to the side or crisscross applesauce, whatever you want to do. But you're going to take one hand and you're going to go behind your back. And then the opposite hand, you're going to look towards the armpit of that hand and go on your head. And you're just going to do a gentle pull, stretching through the neck. So kind of just let your head hang. Okay, then what you're going to do with that hand back here, you're going to take so this is my hand that was behind me. I'm going to pull my wrist back and still kind of tuck my neck towards that same side that I was pulling. So I pull here. It just helps you get a little bit deeper stretch through your neck. So grab your wrist, kind of look down, pull. Kind of making a C with your body. And then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Oh, you can also go ear to shoulder if you need to stretch the side of your neck. So the one we were doing is kind of the back of your neck. Or same thing on the other side. So opposite hand goes behind this free hand. You're going to look at the armpit, and then you're going to gently pull towards the armpit. This is where I get so tight. Okay, then I'm going to take my hand, free hand, and grab my wrist and pull. Okay, give it a little neck massage. And that's it. That's your little, 20 minutes. We'll get better at estimating. 20-minute stretch session after traveling. Fantastic. Right before bed. Also great. If you loved, you're feeling nice and stretched, rejuvenated, ready for bedtime, or your body will thank you because you sat all day long, or you sat in a plane or a car all day. So feeling good through the hips, open it up through the upper back, stretched a little bit in the neck. Give the video a thumbs up. We'll see you in the morning. Working out. Let's go. Go get a drink too. Water. Cleanse the soul. See you tomorrow.